This is the third Super Bowl where we're coming from this game with Kyle Shanahan in the game talking about he should have just ran the ball.
Mm-hmm.
This is the third one
Mm-hmm.
with the Falcons, the previous Chiefs 49ers matchup, and now this one. What's the problem? Like you said, they did a great job stopping Travis Kelce in the first half. First half, he had one catch for 1 yard. He was
he attacked Andy Reid.
he was bumping Andy Reid. He was sitting on the sideline. Patrick Mahomes arguing with the wide receiver. I like that, by the way, too. I like the Rasheed Rice guy. He's a nice receiver for sure.
Yes, he is.
But it's just like, man, they just left too much on the clock. They didn't you can't leave like the door open for Patrick Mahomes. Like, we have seen him come back in the playoffs. His last two Super Bowls, he was down by 10 in both of them and won both of them. The last game that you played versus him last time, the 49ers and the Chiefs, they were down by 11 with like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And you lost that game. So it's like, you got to open the window up. You have to beat him. Like, you have to go out there and take it. You're not going to be able to do that throwing dinks and dunks and not sticking to your script, not sticking to how you play ball. And they just got away from it. Like, I would have gave the ball to Christian McCaffrey more. Like, I understand Brandon Ayuk is a wide receiver and Kittle is this and all of those guys are that. But it's one game on the line. They win this game, man. They ain't complaining about nothing. Bro, if I catch one catch in the Super Bowl and we win, I'm hype. I don't care because I know what I've done this season. I know my impact that I had this entire season. This is just this game. This is a big game. So the fact that they lost and I didn't touch the ball like that, I'm heated. Now my family's tweeting and Instagram and stuff about I need to get up out of here because we ain't having it, man. Like, I just can't deal with that. But I don't know, man. I think the 49ers, I think their window have closed as well.
I think so too. I think it's done. I think Kyle Shanahan next year, they're not going to. I think the Lions are going to be very dangerous next year. They got a lot of money. They got $56 or $58 million. All they need to add is some corners. They bring in a veteran corner that can help on one side. You draft another corner. You solidify your secondary. You have a good front seven. You have the best offensive line, best young offensive line in football. You got a great running game. You have Gibbs and Montgomery. I think they made a mistake not giving the ball to Montgomery more in that game because he was dominating the 49ers early in the game. That was Dan Campbell's fault. And they have the wide receivers. They have St. Brown. They have Laporto, I think, is the best tight end in football in a year or two. This guy's going to be so dominant, such a good piece that they have. And they got Williams. I mean, that guy is lightning fast when he's on the field. So we haven't even seen the best of Williams. All he's got to do is stay out of trouble, stop betting on football, and stop doing stupid things. I mean, if he stops doing that, hey, maybe we'll see what he's really worth. And I think he's a special player. So they've got just a very, very talented team. And they're not the only ones. Look at the Packers. Look at what they did this year. And you still have the Eagles. I'm not a big fan of the coaching staff that they brought in. Kellen Moore, come on. That guy can't coach for crap. I mean, he's better off coaching a Pee-wee football team. He's an Adam Gase. That's what he is. He cannot coach in the NFL. And as we've seen Dak Prescott having the numbers that he had this year with Mike, I can't. And by the way, Justin Herbert, if you look at his numbers, he didn't play all season because he had a broken finger or a jammed finger. Even when he was playing, was he having the season he had the year before that? Absolutely not. It has everything to do with Kellen Moore. So that's a failure. That's a failure of a hire.
Tony knows it all firsthand. He played with Adam Gase.
He did. That was my coach for 2 years. But
I feel bad for you. Well, I would say this, Tony. He's better than Robert Saleh. Okay, I mean, Robert Saleh has been an absolute bust too. I don't want to hear Robert Saleh. I'm taking tickets. I'm taking receipts. How about you take your receipts and shove them up your ass? How's that? Shove them so far up. I'll spit it. I'll spit on the receipts so it really gets up those asses of yours. He is an idiot. He is an absolute idiot. He needs to go back to Kyle Shanahan and that defense. I don't want him here anymore. He needs to shut his mouth because every time he opens it, it makes me want to hurl. Okay. I don't want to hear his crap. That defense, if there's a defense that shut down Kansas City this year, it was the Jets. If you look at Patrick Mahomes' numbers in that game, he has never had a worse game against anybody. And they were holding the Jets the whole game. And the Jets still dominated on the defensive side of the ball. It was only that stupid referee that was calling that stupid call.